Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm here to give you a few helpful tips to make sure that you get the best possible results from all of your painting projects. Now today, things are looking up because we're painting a ceiling. Now look, I know the ceiling is not the most glamorous or fun spot to paint, but it's where you're going to want to start if you're painting a whole room. That way, if your brush hits the walls, you can just paint right over it. And with a few simple steps, it can be a lot easier and more rewarding. A properly painted ceiling makes a room look bigger and helps refresh the look. Start by measuring the area you're going to paint to make sure you've got enough paint to do the whole job. If the size of the ceiling is telling you it's going to take more than a couple gallons of paint, make sure to mix them together to ensure paint consistency. 5-gallon bucket will do. For a ceiling, I recommend using a flat sheen paint to hide minor imperfections. And of course, I always recommend using PPG Paints, the brand that pros like me have chosen for 135 years. Before you get started, make sure that you cover your furniture with a drop cloth or plastic sheeting. If you have a ceiling fan or light fixtures, you can tape around the base with painter's tape, cut in with a brush, and then roll into the wet paint for a nice, uniform finish. Start in the corners of the ceiling by cutting in the edges with a brush, or painting the areas that are too tight for a roller. Hold your paintbrush like a pen, load it up, tap it to the side of the bucket, and you're good to go. Use a 9-inch roller. For flat ceilings, use a 3/8 inch nap. For textured ceilings, use a 1/2 inch nap. Work in areas 3 to 4 square feet in size. Always painting back onto the wet paint, minimizing a splotchy, inconsistent finish. And don't skimp on the paint. Roll on enough to avoid any noticeable touch-ups, and roll off any excess paint to avoid paint splatters. If you have to do any touch-up, use the same roller or brush. Oh, and feather the paint so that it blends in better. Now you have a ceiling that'll be noticed for all the right reasons. We'll see you on the next painting project.